Hello, friends, families, dog lovers, and aficionados of the camping world. I am Josh.
I'm Ben.
This is CampingGearTV.com, and today we're talking about the dry case. Is that right?
Yeah, it's called the Dry Case, and it's from a company called Dry Case.
Yeah, I think Dry Corp.
Really?
Maybe, technically.
Oh, I think their website was like, everything was like
That
Dry
might be
Case.
like the legal name, and then the DBA Dry Case.
Could be. Well, anyways, it's actually a really cool product.
Yeah.
And I feel like we're saying this all the time. It's a little different than the last one, but this one really is.
It is.
And so...
Yeah. Well, because we've tested underwater, waterproof camera cases before.
Sure.
And we've used a couple different kinds, and this one actually is different.
Right.
And in a pretty, substantial way.
Yeah, so let's take a look at it. The one we have that we got from the company is for like cell phones, MP3 players, smaller cameras. And so what makes this unique is that, as you can see, there's this nub on the side where you kind of unplug it once the product is in there.
I gotta say, any product with a nub
Right.
is gonna be kind of at the top of the pack.
Exactly. It's comes with nub.
Right.
Means extra special.
Right.
So they have this little pump in here which you can hook up, and you'll suck all the air out and you get a vacuum tight seal. We're going to show how that works in a minute.
Pretty sweet.
Yep. Each of these cases is not water resistant, it's waterproof up to 100 feet, and each one is tested before it goes out by the company. And they give you this little card
Let me see that.
to tell you such. This was tested by MV, I think.
Yeah, it was.
So
Tested underwater overnight.
Right.
Wow.
Right, so because they want to make sure, you're not putting candy in here. You're probably putting some expensive electronic device.
Right.
And
What kind of candy would you put in there if you were putting candy in it, though?
like a Snickers bar, probably.
All right.
So, probably a Heath bar, actually.
That makes more sense.
Right, because I love toffee. So I had this out before we get into the specifics. I had this out last weekend. And just to get into what we did to how we tested it is my wife's diabetic.
Mm-hmm.
And long story short, she has a sensor which tests blood sugar. It's an expensive item. And this sensor, it tests her blood sugar every 5 minutes, and the device that reads it needs to be within 5 feet of you at all times to test.
All right.
Well, obviously, we were out in the lake and were... in the water for a lengthy period of time. She can't leave this on the boat. So she uses the dry case, and she had it out there for hours on end. Never got wet.
Hanging out in the lake?
Yep.
Sweet.
Just sitting there floating. And
So this is a life-saving device, really?
Yeah, really, it was, we all would have died if we didn't have it.
Yeah.
So for the MP3 players, you can see this black line in here is actually a phono jack, which will go into the device, and then your headphones go out in here. And what's really cool about this company is they also make waterproof headphones. Hey, Dry Case, why don't you send us some of those too? Could use those. This pretty much fits all like cell phones, like BlackBerry, iPhone, Droid. Okay, will fit all those. A lot of small cameras.
Mm-hmm.
Comes with an armband, which is buoyant.
Oh.
It'll float in the water.
An armband?
Yeah.
What would you would strap it to your arm?
Yeah.
How does that work?
Well, I'll show you in a second.
All right.
Because that is actually one of the few things that's maybe just a tad bit awkward about the device that I'll show in a second.
Okay.
And they also make a sack that's the same size, or the size that'll fit like a Kindle or an iPad.
Okay.
Some sort of e-reader. So the way this works is, I got an iPhone here.
Yeah.
We're just going to drop this guy in.
Okay.
Okay, and it's got two little, I'll get a close-up of some of this stuff, but it's got two little hooks here in which you got to turn these little knobs, and that seals the top of the case.
Alrighty then.
There's the one on ours is, I will say, a bit difficult to move.
Do you remember when Ray Finkel missed that field goal?
In Ace Ventura?
Yeah.
I do.
That was a serious moment.
Right. See, now we're getting caught with our pants down here.
I felt like he got a bad rap in that movie.
Well, you know, it wasn't his fault. The laces were in.
Right.
What can you say?
Absolutely.
Okay, so we got this guy in. So there's air. Whoops. Let's go back.
What's going on here?
We are experiencing problems. Okay, so as you can see, okay, the phone is in here.
Yep.
I'm going to open up the nub. I'm going to attach this little like suction cuppy thingy to the side.
Yeah.
I'm doing this about as fluid as I can. And if when
suctions it tight.
Yeah, suctions
it's like a vacuum seal.
Right.
So you could put beef jerky in there
exactly.
and keep it fresh for a long time.
Okay, no air is in there, which means if there's no air, there's no water. And what's nice is when you pull out the sucky thingy, it's not like air immediately escapes in.
Right.
Keeps the vacuum seal tight.
Yeah.
I mean, for
wow.
Yeah.
That's very nice.
We used it for hours out in the lake, and it was definitely legit.
Wow.
Here is the one thing that is a little finicky about the case. There's a slot in the back for the armband, right? If you're using your iPhone to take pictures as a camera, you have to be able to touch your screen, and that only works on one side.
Right.
Well, on the back side, you have to just make sure that everything is arranged so that the camera hole is there, because this thick plastic for the armband, the thick slot on the back, can get in the way.
You have to have your equipment properly positioned.
Right, exactly. That's the only thing to be aware of. But other than that, I mean, this definitely took. I'll show an example of a picture in the case and out of the case, and so from what I saw, that they were pretty similar. Takes good pictures, and basically, when it comes down to it, the case keeps your equipment completely dry, and no water gets in. Everyone has a good time. So,
awesome product. How much does it cost?
God, you know what? I'm always forgetting. I'm gonna have to put a price underneath. Why do I always forget to do that?
This guy.
I'm a clown.
This guy.
I'm a straight clown.
Anything else?
And it comes with this nifty little. If the armband is not your thing, comes with so you can wear it as a necklace.
Nice.
Out to a nice dinner.
Right. Very nice.
Which I saw several people doing.
Yeah.
You know, down at the lake. Seems like everybody had one of these.
Right.
So, anyways, the Dry Case by
Dry Case.
Dry Case.
And their website's
drycase.com. I would have had a link earlier in the episode. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. But really cool product, and they have a couple other, a couple different sizes of this. The waterproof headphones. They have a belt that they make to go with this product too, which is actually pretty cool. So. Anyways, I definitely check them out. Really good product. That's our episode for today. Come back and check us out again later. We are campinggeartv.com.
See ya.